What up, Bulls Nation? We've got a live CHGO Bulls coming up for y'all right around the corner. On today's show, we've got fresh releases from ESPN's NBA Summer Forecast Series, making their predictions for season-long award winners. Spoiler alert, no Bulls got votes in anything. Plus, one of their other Summer Forecast storylines was most likely to request a trade among NBA superstars, Zion and Giannis, chief among them. Would the Bulls be so bold as to make a move for either of those stars if they ask out of their current teams? We'll talk about it next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into the CHGO Bulls podcast. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That is Big Dave. Bam, bam, bow. BWL Sports. Will the Go Gottlieb, Will the Go Gottlieb, perfectly coiffed. Will_Gottlieb. Gottlieb. And today's Queen of the Controls, it's our friend Sarah Bear. What up, Sarah?
Sorry, I messed you up.
It's okay. No, I loved that you chimed in with a bow.
I like that it was like bouncing back and forth.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yes. Ping pong.
Our other Queen of the Controls, Katie, is getting some well-deserved days off this week. And I do feel a little bit bad.
She's having the best day of her life.
She is having the best day of her life. She's catching some tennis action. But she also is, I think, a little bit sad that the breaking Swiftie news happened while she wasn't at work.
Is she even more sad because the person who got to talk about it first was me?
Probably.
Katie's gonna be back Thursday.
Yeah.
I thought Friday.
No,
Thursday.
I'm sorry. Friday.
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 Oh
Friday?
yeah. We should dedicate like the first half hour to her just being able to break it all down. She's gonna have a lot of takes.
Oh yeah, she's gonna have some takes, man. She's gonna have some takes. Shout out to that unborn child who's already
Wait,
rich.
they got a baby in the oven?
No, I'm just saying the unborn child that they have, which when they have it will already be rich and chilling. You know what I mean? So shout out to him, dog.
Beautiful baby.
Yeah, already, right?
Already.
Dude, I mean, like, if I'm Travis Kelce at this point,
Oh, he's retiring.
Seriously,
It's done.
I am fading him in all of my upcoming fantasy football drafts.
Dude, seriously, do not try to. Listen, I guarantee you that was a discussion.
Oh, for
between
sure.
Taylor Swift and Hill, like, we're gonna do this. You're gonna have to stop playing
But he's
football.
playing this year, right? Like,
Yeah.
He
Sure,
is.
gets a swan song,
He was
you
at
know
practice
what I mean?
today
But
after
we
the
think this
engagement
is
news
his final
dropped.
year?
But like,
I'll say one more after this.
okay.
Maybe.
he's been in the league for a decade now.
Yeah,
doesn't
bro.
seem like it, but he has. And like, dude, if I were him, I'm playing the Andrew Luck card. Wait, I don't have CTE yet, as far as I know.
And
Let
I
me
got
get
Taylor
up
Swift.
on out of here.
The check is sweet.
Made
I'm
plenty of
out.
money. And yeah,
Good,
marrying
bro.
someone richer than him.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out.
And he
bro.
also probably is making just as much on his podcast as he does playing.
that part too.
Truly.
That one episode with her already paid for his salary for
If
the
they
year.
started a
Say it,
podcast
dog.
together, Travis and Taylor, it would be the number one podcast in the world.
You know it's coming.
Like
It's on the way. Go.
Spotify, O&E. Like it's
Yeah.
It is on the way.
Which, by the way, I mean, not to blow up Katie while she's not here to defend herself, but after, so I guess like the New Heights production crew sent Taylor Swift like a thank you for being a guest of our show, like care package.
Oh,
that's the name
Kelsey.
of the
Thank you.
Kelce Brothers podcast.
Thank you.
And Katie sent it to us in our Bulls people Slack and was like, well, you know, like I've never gotten a gift basket, yada yada yada. I was
never
like,
got Taylor
you
Swift.
also never booked Taylor Swift to be on our show.
Seriously. Like, yo, come on.
Which, like, shout out to Katie. She's been great at booking guests,
Without a doubt.
especially
We
recently.
should get her a Carlos Boozer jersey.
Yeah, sure. But keep working on getting Taylor Swift on our podcast, Katie, wherever you are. Okay, before we dive into today's topics, quick reminder that yesterday we launched our latest CHGO Die Hard promo, available now. We're calling this one the CHGO Die Hard Tailgate tier because if you sign up now, it includes 2 tickets. Bring yourself, bring a friend or family member to one of our CHGO Bears tailgates this season. Plus, of course, you get discounts on all the rest of our tailgates. Discounts 20% off every time you shop in that CHGO merch locker and a free shirt for signing up. Between the shirt and the 2 tailgate tickets, that's $175 value. And you can sign up for your first year of Die Harddom for just $89.99. What are you waiting for? Act now. Also, if you're already a Die Hard, you can upgrade your current Die Hard membership to the tailgate tier to take advantage of those tailgate tickets. Boom. What are you waiting for?
Nothing.
I'm excited for that first tailgate.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Monday night.
Football.
Nothing like stress drinking on a Monday night.
You be stress drinking?
It's the Bears week 1 division game.
Fair.
You won't be stress drinking?
Nah.
Dave, way more stuff just easily rolls right off your back.
Like, dude, you know.
I am going to be a fully clenched mess.
We have a show that day, right?
Yeah, we
do
do
have a show that day. Yeah.
So
There's
we'll
a
just go-
Cubs post game that evening as well.
Oh,
Shout out
that's
CHGO
Cubs post game
Yeah.
while Bears is happening.
Correct.
I feel bad for our Cubs crew.
We're on a playoff run.
Are you
right
producing
now.
that Cubs
That's
show?
true.
I have a
Sarah.
very long Monday. that day.
Oh my goodness.
That Monday is long.
Looking
That
forward
Monday
to it.
Long.
Looking forward to it. But again, yeah.
Bears.
Maybe shade away from Travis Kelce if you've got some fantasy football drafts coming up.
What do you do for stress of Bears games? Or do you have any?
I don't really have any anymore.
Okay.
There was definitely, when I was younger, I had a lot more stress around the
Yeah.
Bears.
A lot of pacing for me when I was younger.
Yeah, I pace a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that. I didn't do the stress drinking a while and out, but a lot of pacing and yelling, of course.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Now-
tried combining stress drinking with stress pacing?
Nah,
Because that's my jam.
now I'm pretty cool once I figure out a 5-year
throwing a
plan.
hat throw or 12?
No, 12 times another 4.
Maybe-
I try to be pretty consistent getting 10,000 steps a day.
Okay.
And I would say
Brag much.
I would say 2,000 of them on average come in the form of pacing around my house.
Okay, that's a flex.
No, it's not.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
lot of pacing.
That is, but 10,000 a day is a flex. You see, I know it's a flex because you made
I'm
Matt
trying to
mad.
make a point that 20% of all my walking is in the form of stress.
But all we heard was you do 10,000 steps.
Well,
And-
that's-
and Matt doesn't do 10,000.
Sarah, do you do 10,000 steps?
I was going to say, Will and I are more similar than people think. I also almost hit 10K almost every day.
Let's go.
I
least
saw
5
some
days a
article
week.
recently
How
that
much-
says you
how much
actually
pacing?
only need to shoot for 8,000. So everybody calm down.
I have it easy though. I take public transportation.
about to say that, yeah.
So I'm walking everywhere anyways. It's if you're doing if I have a car, I mean, I definitely would not hit that.
So again, that's back to the flex of GOAT because he's got a car and he's still getting them in like that.
That's why you call him the GOAT.
That's it. You better know it.
Again, I was just making a point about how much I pace.
You don't get to decide where this goes, GOAT. You take the ride, man. You just
Oh, my
take the
goodness.
ride.
Shout out everybody hanging out
Always
with
a
us
joy.
in that chat.
Always a
Polarization,
joy.
thanks for being here. Shout out to you, Kron. Appreciate it. Rob, Dreads,
Appreciate you,
Easy,
Kron.
Georgia, Colin,
Easy.
everybody, Maddie Legend. What's going on, everybody? What up, Devin? Hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. Okay, so first thing we wanted to
What up,
get to
Dreads?
today in ESPN's Summer Forecast Series, they put out just the other day their predictions for who will win the individual player season-long awards. You know, MVP, Rookie of the Year, DPOY, all that jazz. So I think later, as we get closer to the season starting, we can all make our picks and talk about it more in depth, but wanted to touch on it just a little bit today and see what jumps out to people. These were, of course, all of the various ESPN NBA people who were casting their votes. Nikola Jokic picked to get the MVP back from SGA. He got 83 points worth of the vote for MVP this year. Luka Doncic, looking svelte and ripped, came in second place with 62 points worth of votes. SGA in third. Does that surprise either of you guys?
Yes. One doesn't surprise me. Joker. That doesn't surprise me. That's a easy pick. You know what I mean, to say he's going to win. SGA should be 2.
Think so?
Absolutely. He should absolutely be second. He's done nothing to come down and drop a level. Luka, all he did is he lost some weight. And
Yeah.
now they're like, well, now it's time for MVP talk.
But are the Lakers going to be better than the Thunder?
And
No.
here's also my point. You will not be an MVP on a LeBron James team. That ain't happening, bro.
Good point.
It is not happening. Absolutely not. You will never. It's not going to happen unless LeBron gets traded mid-season or something like
Or
that.
he's playing when he's 60.
Yeah, right. He ain't stopping, man. I will reach Jordan. But yeah, man, I just feel like on a LeBron James team, you will not be an MVP on that. Me in the running, maybe, sure, but second, he's gonna have to do some real astronomical stuff. I'm not saying it isn't impossible for him to do some astronomical things, but SGA, man, like, what has he done wrong? Leading the league in scoring on probably the best team in the NBA.
Defending champions.
Defending champs, like going for their second, and it looks like they could get there for that. So I would have him second over Luka.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point because I actually was probably going to have Luka as my favorite, or at
How
least
dare
the
you.
person that I would make a bet on. But I think that's a pretty compelling point, so I might have to reevaluate that.
I have compelled.
For me, the reason why Shea should not be number one or possibly even number two is that once you win one, I think that at least historically, from my perspective, it seems like the voters want you to have a better season, do something more that you weren't able to do in the previous year if you're going to repeat. And I think that's a really hard thing to do when you average what he averaged when he, like they won 68 games. He won the championship.
He was 31.
This was the year of Shea. And like, I just think it's going to be really hard to not only replicate that, but like to take a step beyond it. We saw even Jokic like have to do something incredible to get his second in a row.
Yeah.
And I thought you still could have made an argument for him. So I would probably lean Jokic number one as well. Shea, I mean, you can't possibly take him out of the top 5, but I just think that like Giannis is going to be in for a huge season. I don't know that they're going to win enough games for him to be in real contention, but if he stays healthy, he's going to have just outrageous numbers.
Yeah, agreed.
Same with Luka. And I think like Wemby could be in the mix too if he
Agreed.
stays healthy. So a lot of guys I think are up there, but I just think it's so hard to repeat, especially when sort of the narrative forces you to take a step beyond what you've already done. And what he did last year was just so incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty special what he did. I saw Dredd say all international guys in the top 3. No, all international guys in the top 4.
I was going to say, because Giannis actually came fourth in that voting.
Jokic,
Yeah.
Luka, Shea, Giannis,
Yep.
Wemby.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards tied Giannis for fourth in number of votes.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And fair too.
Yeah.
Also to Anthony Edwards, who's incredible. The shock for me is Kevin Durant at 5. Having Kevin Durant in the top 5 is a little surprising.
I mean, they could win
for me.
65
I mean,
games.
the Rockets
could
were the
play.
2 seed last
They
year.
could.
You add Kevin Durant, they could, like, if the Rockets are the 1 seed in the East and
Yeah.
KD plays like KD for 65-plus games,
Yeah.
that's an MVP caliber season.
I just feel fair. I just feel like it would be a this isn't a bad way. Average Kevin Durant season.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Like
Yeah.
25, you know what I mean? 8 rebounds, 50, 40, 90. Like that's what he does.
And with all the young legs on that team, you
Yeah.
gotta imagine KD's going to save KD, like Durantula, Slim Reaper stuff for when he needs to be.
It's a good point. Yeah.
They can win a lot of games without him putting up MVP numbers.
Correct. They can.
Just like, like the Warriors version of Kevin Durant. It was like, oh, I got Steph and Ray and Clay and cool.
Chilling.
Just beat me when you need me, and I'll be Kevin Durant for a few minutes.
Beep, beep. Oh, got it.
Rookie of the year, to me the question is, are you taking Cooper or are you taking the field? Because Cooper Flagg came in with
the question.
a wide lead first among vote getters, 121 points worth of votes. Dylan Harper, a distant 38 points worth of votes.
Essengate?
There were no votes, not even among others receiving votes for Noah Essengate, as far as I understand. If you were to put money right now on who wins Rookie of the Year, would you take Cooper Flagg or the field?
Give me the field.
Take the field.
Because I just like Conkanipple. Like I really
Okay.
do. I really like him very much. But no, I'm playing. No, not that I'd like Conkanipple. But yes, give me Cooper Flagg strictly because he's going to have an opportunity.
Kyrie hurt.
They're going to need another
Davis.
guy in there. It's
We'll
Anthony
see how
Davis.
many games he plays.
Yeah. He's Anthony Davis. Like, he's not going to play a full 82
Right.
out there. And neither is main man.
Anthony Davis is the Michael Jordan of Joel Embiid.
Even my main man, Daniel Gafford, is going to get hurt. Like, those guys are going to get hurt. Lively, those big men,
Yeah.
they get hurt. And I don't want them to, but it's just kind of what has happened. But I'm going to go with Cooper Flagg because he will have tons of opportunity, ample amounts of opportunity. And I don't think Jason Kidd is going to be afraid to, give that young man the basketball and see what he can do.
Shout out to our guy Easy in the comments who just pointed out, if Dylan Harper gets the upset Rookie of the Year win, it would be 3 straight Spurs who win Rookie of the Year between Wemby, Stephon Castle,
Yes.
and then Harper. Gee,
Crazy.
you know what's nice? High draft picks.
What are those?
Where you at, AK?
What are those?
Where you at? No, Tangens for losers. All right, we got to actually knock out our first ad break right there. We'll come back. We'll finish up taking a quick look at these season award predictions from ESPN, and then we'll dive into the
Had a thought.
superstars asking for trades convo. Hit the like during the ad break if you haven't done it yet. We'll be right back. Wow. Today's show brought to you by Circa Sportsbook. Speaking of betting on Cooper Flagg or the field, whatever the sport, the app to bet is Circa Sports Illinois. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be. Circa Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service featuring real human beings. Instead of those stupid, good-for-nothing chat bots and AI bots and ChatGPT this and Grok that. I hate it. Get it out of my life. Give me a human to talk to. Circa's got humans when you need help. Don't you love that? Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, even in-game betting. Circa Sports has it for you. Fun to bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. So what are you waiting for? Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And big shout out to my main man, Ray. At Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake. They're slashing price haze on new cars and giving you big savings all month long. Come in today and shop the new car clearance event. Check out their selection of over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. With one of Chicagoland's largest Chevy inventories, you're sure to find the perfect vehicle for yourself. As one of the top selling Chevy dealers in the Midwest, they're able to keep their prices competitive, so you know that you'll get a great deal. Plus, Ray's Price Promise, y'all, lets you shop confidently because the price that you see is the price you're gonna pay. Visit our partner at their convenient location right on Route 12 in Fox Lake, and don't miss out on their new car clearance event going on all month long. All month. Shop Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or RayChevrolet.com. They've been serving the community since 1963. Together, let's try. Shop Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or RayChevrolet.com. And we're back.
CHGO Bulls rolling along on Tuesday afternoon. Peck, Big Dave, Goat, Sarah on the controls. It is time to take the temp. Taking the temp brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons, your trusted local experts. Our Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Visit FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com for all their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's FourSeasonsHeatingCooling.com. Taking the temp of this ESPN Summer Forecast series, making their season predictions for who wins which awards. Next up, gentlemen, DPOY. Speaking of Wemby, he got 95 votes. Second place, Evan Mobley, a distant 31 votes. This is Wemby's award to lose for the next decade, right?
Yes, correct. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. This
pretty open and shut case.
Absolutely. I think the only thing, and this is what I was going to say about Cooper, is can he play 65 games? Like, that's really the big impediment for all these people and why it's a more dangerous bet to make now on any of them, just because, like, if they don't play 65 games, the rules say you can't win it. So, but I think, like, Wemby could literally double the next closest person in blocks. Like, that's insane.
That's true.
And we know, like, that these awards typically trend towards bigs because bigs are typically more impactful defenders in terms of, like, their role and the amount of points that they save on that end. And, I mean, Wembanyama is just, like, I think he's going to be the favorite until 2040.
Yes.
Like,
correct.
he's that good.
Sixth man of the year, guys. There were no active current Bulls who got any votes in any of these season award categories, but we got a familiar name.
Okay.
First in votes for who wins sixth man of the year this year, Alex Caruso with 66. Naz Reid, Big Dave's favorite guy, came in with 52 votes, and the newly signed Nickeil Alexander-Walker for the Hawks, one of their several bold offseason moves, came in third place with 39 votes. But interesting that Caruso gets sixth man because, as they pointed out in this ESPN Summer Forecast write-up, you're usually looking at, like, off-the-bench bucket getters for leading candidates to win this award. And they're thinking, like, DPOY, it's always, not always, but usually going to be a big, so Caruso can't win that award, especially with his minutes, the way that they are in OKC, treating him as a very specialized weapon.
Yes.
Sixth man of the year for a defensive specialist? That would be something.
It would be. And if they use him like they use him this season, I don't think he'll win the award. Like, of course, how they use him in the playoffs is how you'd be like, oh, yeah, that's sixth man of the year kind of guy. But they were saving him for that, specifically in the postseason. So if that's how it's going to be played, I would not take that bet that Alex Caruso would be Sixth Man of the Year. But I do want to use this time to shout out my main man, Romy Rome, who is number 5 on the list. Shout out Ty Jerome, who is number 5 on this list out here.
I forgot that he
I've
made
been
an
trying
appearance.
to tell y'all about that man, Ty Jerome. He is like that. I'm very proud of him.
What's the all Dave first team?
Oh man. Oh well, Daniel
Ty
Gafford's
Jerome,
on it.
Daniel Gafford, Johnny Furphy.
Furphy's on it.
Matty
for sure,
Legend,
man.
obviously.
Well, current. He means current players.
Yeah, current
Oh,
players.
okay.
Current
Oh,
players.
yeah.
Come on, his jersey in the rafters. Come on now.
You got to call into Jerry about that. After Derek's retirement,
Lowry?
Let me see how Lukey plays. Lowry, yes. Let me see how Yuki plays, because Yuki might be on that
Yuki
list
might make
too.
the list. Okay.
But yeah, you nailed it though. No, it's pretty good.
I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, you should. You should. You've been hanging around me. I see.
What are we talking about?
Sixth Man of the Year.
Sixth Man of the Year.
Sixth Man of the Year.
Yes, I feel like I agree with you, Dave, that they're not going to play Caruso both in terms of like the role when he's out there and the minutes necessary. I do think that like the voting block is becoming a little bit more like intentional and thoughtful about like the decisions that they make, and so theoretically I could see somebody like Caruso winning it, because when you think about it, like offense is more important than defense in the NBA. I think it just is. But is there any player who has a offensive skill set as impactful or good as Caruso's defense coming off the bench? I don't know. Like maybe Peyton Pritchard last year is like just insane.
Yeah,
but he's probably going to start this year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
With the way that the Celtics are built. So
yeah,
I don't know, but I tend to agree that like just with the injuries, Caruso missing games. But I will say like these things kind of tend to be retroactive. So like if somebody had an incredible playoff run, like that sometimes gets factored into it, at least in terms of the narrative or the way that people think about it. And then, yeah, they'll kind of like vote for that last playoff series in addition to, or the last playoff run in addition to the whole regular season.
Yeah.
You mentioned Peyton Pritchard just now. He did come in 4th in voting among ESPN's NBA people on Sixth Man of the Year. I see a couple people in the chat. I think Rob and then Stefan mentioning Io. Would love to see Io win Sixth Man of the Year. A couple of things on that. We'll see how many games Io starts versus how many he comes off the bench.
Yes.
We were talking about this the other day. Goat and I were trying to, kind of forecast Billy's rotation, and most people are talking about Herter versus Okoro for who's going to be that 5th starter, along with Kobe, Giddey, Matas, and Vooch. And Goat was making an argument, and he's not the only one, that like Io could be a dark horse to just be like, hey, Billy, remember me? Yeah, I'm your 5th starter. The other part I would say about those who would like to see Io in the 6-man conversation this year, if he is prominently a first man off the bench guy for this Bulls team, most 6-man of the year award winners play for winning teams.
Now you got
Bulls going to have enough W's to get a 6-man of the year legitimate candidate? Methinks in you. Sorry to boist your bubbles.
Yeah, because being that 6th man, you're going to have to affect winning in some kind of way. And just looking at all the guys listed here, they all affect winning for their respective teams. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I'll definitely be looking a lot at for sure, because that dude has got something.
If he plays well and the Hawks take a big jump in their win total,
yeah, man, yeah.
I mean,
because the Hawks have kind of been hovering. You know what I mean? They, might spike up a little bit, but they've been hovering. But I feel like
they're
this
the Bulls
year,
of the South.
Yeah, but I feel like this year they could actually grow and you know what I'm saying, just take that nice little jump up where they're competing for like true playoff spots in the East, man. But I don't feel like they're gonna sit still where they are. So yeah, Nickeil Alexander-Walker should definitely be one to look at going into this season.
Okongwu too, I think, on that team. Like they've got Jalen Johnson
Okongwu, yes.
and Porzingis now as their 4-5. Okongwu kind of broke out last year. I don't think he's going to play quite as much, but like he was really good for them, and I think he'll play an important role even if it's not in starting rotation.
Yeah, and back to Io DeSumo on that. Like I remember we talked about this last year when we were talking about things we wanted to see from Io, and I wanted him to be in that running for 6th man of the year because he's got that kind of written all over him. You know, as far as being that kind of player and that kind of guy who can fit in anywhere on the floor that the Chicago Bulls need him to do. He really grew with finding his own way to score. And that was a one-man fast break by Io DeSumo. As soon as you inbound the ball, he's down the floor putting the ball in the bucket. And he did that perfectly last year. So I think that's another facet he just added to his game. He is built to be that kind of guy on a winning team. He really, really is, man. So We can't keep wasting those years here with a guy like Ayo Dosunmu, man, because that is a really talented player that I've said a million times can fit on all 30 teams here in the NBA, and it's because of that skill set that he has.
Well, maybe it will be Ayo playing that role on a winning team because Swaggy in the comments just said Bulls might win 50.
Come on with it, Swag.
Taylor Swift.
There's still a
Hey,
chance.
it's not over.
It's not over.
To quote Michael
not
Scott,
over.
BFD, engaged ain't married. Which is more likely? Me marrying Taylor Swift or the Bulls winning 50 games this season? I'm gonna give me and Taylor Swift a chance. I'm gonna give us a slight edge.
I will
Not
give you
Swift.
that.
You're
Gotta
gonna give me
get into
that?
it.
Truly.
Thank you.
Wholeheartedly, I do truly think your odds are better than the Bulls winning 50 games.
I
She
appreciate
said
the
that with
honesty
her whole
and the
soul.
vote of confidence.
Yeah, she said it with a whole
or
soul.
the vote of no confidence.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if it's confidence in you
Hey,
per
man,
se.
there's got to be 7 degrees or fewer of separation between me and Taylor Swift.
Okay, we can break
We
it down.
could probably figure that
We can
out.
figure that out. I didn't know you liked Taylor Swift like that
I
to the
don't.
point where you consider
it's just,
marrying
It's
her.
just a thought exercise.
Okay, all right.
I will say I have come to respect her more
Okay.
as a not only musician but business mogul.
Oh, business mogul for sure.
Have
Monster.
generally liked the things that she takes public stances for and
Yes,
against.
yes.
I got a lot of appreciation for Taylor Swift.
Sure.
The music is not really my
Yeah,
genre.
Take it or leave it. Is
sure.
what you're saying. Yeah.
But mad respect.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I want to marry her. I'm just saying, like, somebody in the chat said the Bulls are winning 50. And I'm like, okay, here's a comparison of things that might happen. Oh, God.
I wish you luck.
Sure.
Way. I mean, I hope it works out.
I wish me and the Bulls luck
Yes.
in
Well,
our
fair point.
respective endeavors.
Very fair point.
All right. MIP, most improved player. We got 2 Thompsons in the top 3. Amen Thompson came in first with 59 votes. Asar Thompson, 18, third place. And in between them, Andrew Nembhard of the Pacers with 40 votes. Honestly, I love Nembhard as a choice here. If you think about the role he's already played for that team that just went to the finals and the absence of Halliburton, leaving the departure of Miles Turner, like, who's stepping up for that Pacers team? Because I think that they can still be a competitive team, the real version, not the fake version, competitive. And, like, dude's got a great opportunity in front of him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think like when you look at most improved, you have to look at like opportunity and efficiency, and like I think he's stands to really take a step forward in both of those things. He has struggled in the regular season for whatever reason the last couple of years, and then like been a lot better in the playoffs. So I'm not really sure if that will hold over, but like Benedict Mathurin is another name on that same Pacers team that I think will take a big step forward. He'll have to because they're just going to need scoring. I think Amen had too much of a leap during the regular season last year to be like really in consideration unless he takes another big step forward. Asar I kind of like for this because he really had like a great series against the Knicks, was unbelievable defensively, and I think he'll probably have more opportunity just being a more developed player.
Yeah.
He dealt with blood clots last summer, so he didn't start the season right away. I think he's going to be in for a big year. I like him actually.
Yeah, I like Denny Avia at number 4.
Yeah.
Just a testament to how
What,
well.
does
that
anybody
young
remember
man-
where he finished in last season's voting? Because, like, Avdia put
I
up
don't.
numbers last
I
year.
could look for sure.
Meanwhile, while
good for
you're
him.
looking at that, Mark Anderson in the chat said, Modest, possible most improved player? I mean, like, he would have to have a gargantuan statistical leap from his rookie year numbers to be in the
Avdia-
conversation. Because, again, winning teams
Winning team.
draw eyes. You know what else draws eyes?
Tell me.
Television broadcasts. Where are the Bulls on that list?
Not there.
Most
Oh,
improved last
second to
year-
last in the league?
Most improved last year was
Buzz
Dyson
City.
Daniels, Ivica Zubats, Cade Cunningham, Christian Brown, Austin Reeves.
Yeah,
Avdia was 8.
Avia wasn't on there. Yeah.
Oh, so
He was
like
eighth.
Avdia, I remember he got hot towards the end of the season. So
Yes.
I guess maybe it wasn't enough
He got
momentum
giddy hot. Yeah,
in
for
enough
sure.
time.
He got a first place vote. He was number 10 in most improved. I don't think
There you go.
I didn't know that.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
either. Shout out.
Also, shout
some
out
leverage.
quickly to Brian Monteroso in the chat. Saw your note, buddy, who said, just want to say I appreciate you guys going through some hardships. His basement flooded. That is sad. Thank you for being here. Glad we can lift your spirits. Good luck with everything. Much love to you, man. Okay, last one. We got break? We got
break.
break zone. All right, Coach of the
Okay.
Year. Who cares? Maybe we'll circle back to that when we make
Circle
our own
back to
votes.
Coach of the
When we
Year.
come back
Yes.
after this ad break, we're talking about superstars requesting trades and whether or not the Bulls might get involved. Giannis? Zion? Hit the like. Ads.
All right,
Today's show brought to you by Game Time.
Hoot.
You looking to score tickets? Affordable tickets on not only sporting events, but concerts, comedy shows, improv shows, theater, everything Chicago has to offer. Look no further than Game Time. With their last-minute deals, you can save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. Save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats. That's what they call them zone deals. Plus, all the fees are included up front. You can know your total with no surprise hidden fees at checkout. The worst part of buying tickets to stuff on other sites. Game Time absolutely eliminates that. You also can check out your seat views from your exact seat that you're thinking about buying for a ticket for that event at that venue, so you know where the exits are. Where's the bar? Where are the bathrooms? Can I stretch my legs? Solid feature. Plus, of course, the lowest price guarantee on Game Time means they'll credit you 110% of the difference if you find the same ticket to the same event on a different site for a cheaper price. That's that guarantee. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app today, create an account, use code CHGO to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHGO to get $20 off. Download that Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guarantee. Because here, Bear, what time is it?
Game Time who?
Bam! Ready.
Sarah Bear, question for you. Have you ever heard Baby Joey speak?
No.
Would you ask Baby Joey a question? Any question?
What's your favorite color?
I like blue.
Didn't understand that?
He said blue.
You never understood, Dave.
Well, I didn't understand because I
Why?
never understood. I didn't understand.
But you know what you do understand?
Why? Why? He didn't get it. I don't understand it. Why it cost so much money to look so dang on cool? I don't know. But say, guess what? Shady Ray's gonna do something about that, Sarah Bear. Well, I'll look you in your eye and tell you this stuff. Because that's how they roll, baby. It's about Shady Rays, those premium polarized shades, and looking cool for a price that is awesome. But what makes them even better is they've got that lost and broken replacements plan. Woo! There goes that hat. Just say them glasses are on there. Yeah. Crack, splat, drat. Matt is upset about that. But then he remembers, I can take those broken glasses, put them right in the envelope, send them right back in the mail. Lost and broken replacements, brand new pair off my face. Wow. Oh, eyewear that always has your back. That is Shady Rays. And we teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use the code CHGO for 35% off of those premium polarized shades. And try it for yourself. The shades that are rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people because the Shady Rays, y'all, where the Rays are so shady.
Bam. Sarah never understood, Dave.
She never understood. Never understood. Why?
Try for yourself.
Try for yourself.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Hey, we're here, CHGO Bulls, on Tuesday. Hit that like button. Hope you enjoyed those ads. We are talking
appreciate your reaction.
about another in the summer forecast series from ESPN and their NBA writers and reporters. This one was called the NBA Summer Forecast 25-26, Turnarounds, Turbulent Teams, and the Biggest Questions.
Oh, okay.
None of the biggest questions were, will the Bulls win 39 or 40 games? I was shocked. Like, that's like, how is the whole league not just like grab hooked onto that question? This is what matters.
Can't talk to him, man.
One of the most fascinating questions of their biggest questions was, which, if any, of the NBA superstars will be the next to request a trade and perhaps an in-season trade? Mm-hmm. The votes came in thusly.
Okay.
Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans got 10 votes among those polled, the most of any. Giannis got the second most votes with 7. LeBron James, old man LeBron, blaming everything around him when the Lakers are a middling team as they approach the trade deadline. He got 6 votes. John Morant, Dave, you boy, and Trae Young each got 1.
Yeah.
Interesting. Trae Young getting a vote? I don't, like, dude, like, they just beefed up all the help around him.
They did.
Like, if Trae Young finally might feel like he has enough help in Atlanta, it could be this year.
That's true.
But Zion and Giannis are the two fascinating ones from a Bulls fan's perspective, I think, because there have been rumors, not reports, but rumors that, like, of the teams who might be interested in Zion, if the Pelicans decide to move on, or if Zion himself decides that he wants out, big market team looking to make a splash, looking to add a star name because they don't really have a face of their franchise, and they've got some, financial flexibility in the coming years. Bulls could make sense for Zion.
Yeah.
So let's talk through these one at a time. We'll start with Zion, and then we'll get to Giannis because obviously, Milwaukee Buck, that's a whole other thing. Bulls division rival, has a chip, wants more chips, not happy with his lot in life in Milwaukee. But with Zion, obviously we are aware of the contract, the stipulations in the contract that minimize some of the risk of Zion not being an always readily available player. But from my seat, if Zion asks out, or if the Pelicans shop him as they move through the first half of this season, the Bulls got to make a call and say, what's the asking price?
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, there's no doubt in my mind you have to. The team that you are and what you're portraying to be suggests that you make this phone call. Because when you're a team that's still middling, team that's still in the middle, like, you're going to have to do those kind of things. You're going to have to take those kind of risks. And they might look at Zion as a risk, especially because of the injuries are concerned, the weight issues and the things of that nature that happened. The other outside things that Zion had kind of going on, you can say those are risks. But when you're a team like the Bulls right now, in need of a superstar and in need of somebody that can help your team and can come in with 20 and 10 like that and just be dominant, you have to take that kind of risk. And I don't think it's a bad one to take because Zion is awesome. Like, Zion Williamson is awesome. You pair him with a really solid point guard, and the Bulls have a plethora of point guards. You pair him with a point guard, man, that can get him the ball. It could be a fun thing to watch them run up and down the floor all game long, including with a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo there as well.
Well, to that end, and then I'll pitch this to you, Goat. Jose in the chat just said Giddey, White, Zion, Modest, Vooch. Who says no? Well, I think the Bulls wouldn't say no to that concept. The Pelicans would say, yeah, Modest Buzelis is part of that trade package.
I'd like a Modest,
right?
please.
Like, can you imagine a world in which the Bulls make a trade for Zion and Modest isn't included in that trade package?
Zion, possibly. Giannis, for sure not. And I think that's where Zion probably just makes more sense to me because Giannis is, like, so unbelievably good that 29 teams will be after him, and the offers will just be so exorbitant. When you look at what OKC has in the draft cupboard, when you look at what Houston has, like, these teams are going to have, 5, 6, 7, 8 first-round picks on the table plus good young players. The Bulls just can't compete with that. Zion, on the other hand, I just don't know that, like, I think a lot of teams will just dismiss him and not be interested because of the risk that's associated. Okay. And that's where, like, the Bulls could come in as sort of like an underdog and just be like, we will take that shot. We will take the risk on him. And it's not going to cost as much because there's not going to be as much of a bidding war. I still think people will be interested in Zion because the talent is so undeniable. But, like, I was playing around with the trade machine today.
Classics.
As I am one to do. And, I think Noah Essengay would for sure have to be.
Oh, yeah,
like,
without a doubt.
Modest, I think you could get away with not doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
It would have to be Noah, probably either Kobe or Io, and then salary filler. Like, is there a world where, and obviously draft picks, is there a world where, like, Troy Weaver, who's now kind of in charge of basketball operations, who we know was big into Patrick Williams on draft night, like, could he view him as a rehabilitation project, making like $18 million compared to Zion's 39? Like, maybe there's some interest there. Maybe you have to throw in some other pieces, and I think for sure some future first-round picks. But, like, to me, that's one where, like, maybe you could get away with not moving Zion or not moving Modest. And if you did have to move Modest, then I just don't think they would do it.
I agree with you on that. Like, Giannis, yes, you're going to have to give up everything if you want Giannis. But Zion, just because he comes in is, not the cleanest, like Giannis is a little cleaner for sure as far as the production, I'm saying. As far as him staying on the floor, I'm saying, like, the 2 MVPs, like the championship, like, that's all there. Zion is still trying to figure it out, if he can still be that guy or a number one dude. So if you're coming in, with those kind of question marks on there, no, you don't get what I feel is about to be my future, of the franchise in a guy like Modest Buzelis. But yes, Essengay, you can definitely ask for in that. And maybe the Bulls will look at it in terms of they have several guys who are on 1-year deals. And maybe New Orleans will be willing to take flyers on those guys because it doesn't seem like they're in a position to say, hey, we are competing, for playoffs right about now. It seems like they're still kind of in that developmental phase. Got to remember Derek Queen also being hurt. They want to build those things around him. Do they feel like he is going to be that kind of future? And if so, then you go out and you get players to kind of fit what he does. I don't know if Zion, completely fits what he does just because they both play a kind of an interior kind of game. So that would be interesting to continue to watch. But if Zion Williamson becomes available, you without a doubt must make the call, like you said, Matt. You have to make the call to do this.
And I think like with the contract situation, basically there's like non-guarantees every single year. So like it says basically on 7/15 each summer, you have to guarantee it for the next season. Like he's never going to not get guaranteed. Like there's just too much talent there. Unless he like tears an Achilles or something, like he's just not, no team is ever going to just like waive him. So I do think that they would be looking for assets in return if they're ready to get rid of him or if he asks out. And like, I don't know that teams are going to be willing to give up 3 first-round picks for Zion. So if the Bulls do that, then I think they could have a decent shot. I'm not saying they would win that bidding war or that they should do that, but like, I just think it would be, it's easier for me to imagine them trading for Zion because of the lack of interest around the league and the question marks surrounding him. Whereas Giannis, I just think like every team is going to be throwing every single asset that they have, trading away assets to get more assets to trade for. Like I just think it's unless Giannis specifically picks out the Bulls, in which case even still that might not work because a team might just trade for him and call his bluff. That to me, that would just have to be a free agency thing.
Here's his games played for Zion: 24, 61, 29, 70, and 30. Like, you come in a little damaged.
It's sort of like every other in his seasons where he barely plays or he plays like 2/3.
Yeah.
Like 70 is legit. And then you said one that was in the 60s as well, right?
Second season he played 61.
So, like, hey, if it's a pattern, maybe he's due to actually play a season of a lot of games.
Yeah, 61, 29, 70, 30.
Well, he also, like, got shut down last year. I know he didn't start the season, but, like, he probably could have gotten up to, like, 50 or so games.
I think once the Pelicans figured out what they were doing, like, why risk it? Why?
That's what's interesting about the Pelicans is, like, they're also, like the Bulls, and maybe even more so than the Bulls because they're actually trading away their picks. Not interested in being bad. And so, like, can you give them enough that it convinces them that they're in a better position to win and also accumulating some more assets so they can go out and get more players? And that's why, like, they could have, maybe if they had drafted Derek Queen, knowing how much the Pelicans were, fixated on him, could they have used that as leverage? And maybe there's a guy in next year's draft where the Pelicans fall in love, and that's their ticket.
A lot of people chiming in the chat. Thanks for being here. Hit that like button. Jose saying Modest needs to stay with regard to these hypothetical trade packages if the Bulls wanted to swing big. Jose said AK needs to stop getting fleeced by other teams. Boy, Jose, I would love to see the day that happens. Fine Day said Zion's played 214 games his entire career. 214 to the point you were just making, Dave. Colin saying, if Modest leaves, I leave. I think I'm serious.
He's not going anywhere.
Also, Colin said, if Zion can be Shaq in the playoffs, just save him like a Caruso.
Nah, bro. Not 20, not 25 and 12. I can't Caruso that.
Yeah.
He's playing. Get out there.
I mean, Zion was unreal last year in the minutes that he played.
True.
Yeah,
Travis
28
saying
and a half minutes. Sorry, I just want to give his stats.
Yeah.
28 and a half minutes per game, only 30 games. He shot 56.7% from the field, which is unreal considering his 24.6 points per game. 7.2 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 1.2 steals, and 0.9 blocks. Like, the dude is really productive. And, like, I get it. There's a risk. But, like, sometimes you got to buy low on distressed assets because the talent is there. And so, for me, I've always been pro trade for Zion because I just think when you compare the cost of trading for a superstar player like Zion compared to a superstar player like Giannis, it's just not going to be as expensive. And if you're a team that doesn't have any other assets coming in, like, those are the only kinds of players you can go for. So yes, you have to deal with the risk, but I still think it would be worth it because, like, think about the fit with Kobe, like the floor spacing, the speed that they could play with, getting the ball up the court quickly, the pressure that he puts on the rim. I think Modest is a great fit next to him as somebody that can shoot the three, attack closeouts, and defend the rim. They would have to figure out the long-term center situation. Maybe Zion plays a little center.
Zion in center.
I just think he's so talented. He's such a gravitational force that when he's out there, it opens things up for other people. And, like, if you have the right talent around him, he can make you look really good. His team's been to the playoffs a couple times already.
Yeah, it's a 2-time All-Star, man.
Travis in the chat saying trading for Giannis or Zion would be a repeat of DeMar DeRozan. I mean,
You mean going to the playoffs?
I can see the point you're trying to make.
What you mean?
What's
the point?
So when the Bulls acquired DeMar via sign and trade in the summer of 21, I believe he was 32 years old or about to turn 32.
Sure.
Giannis is 30 now. He'll be 31 sometime later in the 25-26 season. So he's a little bit younger than than DeMar when the Bulls acquired DeMar.
Uh-huh.
Zion, even younger than that. I think there's a difference because Giannis is legit annual top 5 MVP candidate. As long as the Bucks don't completely collapse, he's a top 5 MVP candidate.
Yeah.
DeMar was not when they made that move.
No.
He was a very good young all-star for a couple of years with the Toronto Raptors. He gets traded away.
Very good.
He has a couple of good years with Pop in San Antonio, still just doing ISO DeMar star-level stuff. Comes to the Bulls and makes second-team All-NBA. Nobody saw that coming. Mm-hmm. Nobody saw that coming.
Balled it.
But even still, Giannis, way bigger of a swing to bringing in DeMar in a sign-and-trade. Mm-hmm. Way bigger cost to acquire Giannis via trade than what it cost to acquire DeMar via sign and trade, which was paying him handsomely.
Yeah.
Actually, he went on to outperform that contract. And then also the pick that the Bulls then had to get back from San Antonio in the Levine trade.
Yeah.
Giannis, by and large, I think, bigger, better swing than DeMar. Zion, comparable, but a younger star with different flaws. DeMar flaws were he doesn't play a whole lot of defense, and his game has perhaps been aged out of what the NBA is doing, right? With all of his ISO and mid-range heavy stuff.
Sure.
Zion's flaws are different flaws.
Yeah.
But a younger player that's still brilliant with potential. I get the argument of if the Bulls swing big on Giannis or Zion, it'll just be another stuck in the middle team like they were with DeMar. It's there's a lot of contextual differences there.
Without a doubt. And DeMar is not the reason that didn't work out.
No.
Let's start there. He is not the reason, dog.
He dragged them to their playoff win against the Bucks.
Kicking and
with
screaming.
No help.
Zero help.
But even still, that was the first round. DeMar, I'm not trying to take away anything from him. 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA, first ballot Hall of Famer. He's an incredible player. But the Raptors won a championship when they traded him away for Kawhi. I just don't think DeMar was ever, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think DeMar was ever best player on a championship caliber player. And I think Zion could be.
Team, yeah. No, he was.
Best player on a championship team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, he has not been.
And I think Zion could be. Plus, he's 24. There's just a huge difference between.
Colossal difference.
We've seen a team who got really far in the playoffs and continually came up short, decide we need a better best player, traded him away, and then going after that guy at age 32, compared to this guy's shown a ton of talent, but has not been able to put it together for X, Y, and Z reasons, which are important reasons. Mm-hmm. But yeah, to me, that's a completely different thing because we don't know that Zion can't be that guy yet.
Yeah.
We have some reasons to believe why he can't, but he still could be.
Still could be. Still could be that guy.
Somebody, Rob, just asked in the chat, what's the best package anyone can offer Milwaukee at any point over the next couple of years for Giannis? And I think that to me is at the crux of the discussion of whether or not the Bulls should do this or whether they would even consider it if you're in AK and Eversley's offices. If you're, kind of struggling through the first 30 or 40 games of your season and you're not making the strides, some of the younger guys on your team aren't making the strides you were hoping for, and you think, all right, we need some help here. Mm-hmm. Let's get ourselves a veteran star, and some veteran stars around the league are asking out as the trade deadline approaches. Mm-hmm. It's then a matter of what's it going to cost to get this guy.
Yeah.
Because, I see Bulls fans all the time, and Easy, my buddy, I saw you just mention it earlier with your proposed trade to get Zion. That was all right, the Portland pick, an additional first-round pick on top of that, and then I think he said Pat, Io, and Dalen.
And no.
Io is a team. Io is a player that teams around the NBA would want.
Yeah,
can use would want. There's a reason he has reportedly been a name that people are calling the Bulls about, and the Bulls front office is rebuffing those calls, saying no, we like Io, we're keeping Io for now. Bulls fans love to throw in names like Patrick Williams and Dalen Terry in hypothetical trades where you want to go get some player, even if that player isn't at the caliber of a Zion or a Giannis, which is other trades, second-tier trades, but of players that they want. And they throw the names of some of these young, underdeveloped Bulls players in there as if those are deal sweeteners in any way. And I'm sitting here saying, like, Patrick Williams, not a deal sweetener. He's a deal sourer right now. And Dalen Terry is a nothing. You like, if you're the Bulls trying to make a trade offer for Giannis, Modis is in there.
Yeah.
Asenge's in there.
Yeah.
How many first-round picks you got?
Listen, what jersey you want out the rafters? Like that's how you got to approach Giannis. You have to give them everything, you know. And as we were saying, like, it's a different approach when you're doing it with a guy like Zion, which is why I think you don't have to give up, you know, just everything. You don't have to sign a contract that says arm and one that says leg. Like, you can actually walk away with a guy like him with your kind of core still intact and able to, you know, be something that you can watch for the next few years and watch if Zion develops into that. Maybe a change of scenery does a lot of people good. I don't even have the list to run down, but a change of scenery does a lot of people very, very good. And Zion, it just feels like he needs that kind of change of scenery, man. And coming here to Chicago, like, and just experiencing what it kind of feels like, you know, with the fans and all those kind of things, I think that would be very helpful to a guy like Zion Williamson, man, and knowing that he's playing for more than, you know, kind of himself. Like, because Bulls fans put everything onto the team. It's kind of why, you know, Matt and I are sitting here right there. Like, we love this team. We've always loved the Chicago Bulls. So I think Zion can kind of, you know, adhere to stuff like that and, you know, fit into those kind of things. And again, just like the fit, and I saw RW asking this question in the chat about the actual Billy Donovan's offense and how does Zion kind of fit
Zion
in with that run
fit?
and gun. Yes. Yeah. How does it fit with that? Thank you, Sarah. How does it fit with that run and gun offense? And that's a great question. And I think it fits really, really well, personally. When you just ask guys to get out and run and do what you do best, what's going to happen on the other end is some awesome athleticism and some awesome finishes. And I love how Goat said it, like how Zion plays, like the pressure that he puts on the rim. He puts pressure on the rim, like the rim cringes when it sees Zion Williamson coming. That dude finishes with force, and and vigor, and like, that's how he moves. So imagine that with Modis, you know what I'm saying, together with a guy like either Giddey or Trey Jones or whoever is going to be your point guard back there. Imagine that with a guy like Kobe White, who can spread out and pop that three right there. Like, the possibilities are kind of endless of what you can really do with a guy like Zion Williamson, especially with him being the age of 24 years old. It could really, really work out for the Bulls.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like, I mean, I kind of broke down the fit that I think it would have just like with some of these other players. But especially when you think about, I just wanted to go back to like what it would cost for another team or for the Bulls to go after Giannis. Like, I mean, the Rockets are kind of like the rumored favorite if there was going to be one.
Yep.
They've got like Şengün and, you know, Reed Shepherd, Tari Eason. Like, they've just got like a bunch of good young players that they can throw, plus a ton of draft picks. The Spurs are another great destination. They have Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, and all, you know, a ton of picks they can throw. Like, I think the Bucks are going to want to continue being competitive because they don't own any of their picks. They've traded everything to try to win around Giannis. And so they have no reason to get a bunch of draft picks and try to tank. Like, they need to get good players in the door and either reset and find franchise players and like build with them, or just like get good players that can help them compete and like bridge the gap between now and when they have picks again. And so I just don't think the Bulls are anywhere close to being in the conversation for Giannis, but I do think that Zion, for all of his flaws, which I believe are real, like, they could actually potentially get that done. And I think at the end of the day, you can't be like so concerned with the fit and the roster and what the Bulls have. Like, this is a 39-win team. Right. A 39-win team the year before that, and a 40-win team the year before that. Like, this is not a team that you're like precious about keeping together or like fixing all the like pieces to fit the perfect. Like, they need a star in the building.
Yes.
And like, this could be a chance to do it. So like, for me, even if it wasn't a perfect fit, and I do think the fit would be good, it's okay. Like, you move some pieces around. Like, you get the star player, and then you worry about the rest later. Yeah. To me, like, if you're thinking about building a team, you have not started until you get your star, and that's why teams sank.
And honestly, like, Zion's remaining contract, he's got 3 years left, including this upcoming 25-26 season. 39.5, 42, and nearly 49.
25% max for
Like,
what could be an all-NBA.
compared to some of the fresher max level contracts that have gone around the NBA since Zion signed this one, plus all the protections in the contract about how many games he plays, that is a manageable contract. That is a very manageable contract for a player who could, like you were saying, Dave, when healthy, do all kinds of things for you on the court.
All kinds.
Like, my God.
It's a 2-time All-Star, bro, in the West.
Which, like, and I think, Goat, you're right. Like, the Giannis thing is a bit more outlandishly, like, in what world could the Bulls win that trade package offer battle among all interested parties across the NBA who want Giannis if Giannis asks out? Zion is more attainable. But so, quickly before we wrap up, like, how much more attainable? When you're talking about teams needing to throw multiple, whatever they have in their draft cupboard, not only first-round picks, but in between those years, first-round pick swap rights, plus maybe a young player or two on their current roster to get Giannis. How much smaller does the trade package offer have to be to make it enticing to prize Zion away? Like, are you talking a young player or two and 2 firsts? Like,
I mean,
where is that?
That's kind of where I would probably start the offer, and I would probably come up if I needed to. But, like, look at the market these days. It's like stars are not going for the same packages that they used to. KD obviously, like, is in a particular situation. He's an expiring contract. He had some say over where he ended up. But, like, Jalen Green and the 10th pick and Dylan Brooks, like,
crazy. For Kevin
teams are
Durant.
not willing to invest potentially 25% of their cap into a player that they can't rely on.
Yeah.
And so if you are one of those teams that is more willing to take on that risk, then the price should be lower for you. And so, yeah, I would say, like, Noah, Patrick, and I think that's a bad contract that they would have to be taking back. Probably Io, and, like, the Portland pick plus 2 more Bulls picks in the future. Like, I would probably say that gets it done. That's like 4 first-round picks in terms of value if you add Noah, the Portland pick, and 2 of the Bulls picks. Like, that's a really good package that they probably are not going to get from another team. And so, like, I wouldn't, not saying I would start there, but, like,
Would you take that deal? Would you make that deal if you're in the Bulls front office, Dave?
My first thought was, can I take one of those picks off? That was literally my first question to you. Can I do this, but with 2 first-round picks and not 3? I don't know if Zion is 3 first-round pick kind of guy.
It's
2 first-round picks. Yeah.
It's high risk, high reward.
Yeah, it is. It's a heck of a risk.
If Zion is healthy and in shape and playing
but it's
65
only 2
plus
of
games,
your own picks. It's Noah, the Portland pick, and then 2 of your own. So it's not like.
Well, this is why you'll be in the room with me, to talk me through this.
And, like, again, I'm not saying that's, like, a great deal. I probably would not feel great about 4 first-round picks. And obviously,
you got alcohol for that. Yeah,
Noah counts as one in this too. But, like, it's just, to me, like, that doesn't seem like an outlandish price to pay for Zion in general. And again, it'll depend. Like, if the Pelicans are like, we're done with this guy, we're going to sell him to the highest bidder, and nobody's really bidding, then maybe you could get him for cheaper than that. If they're really precious about it and they feel like he's the face of the franchise still and they don't want to do that, then that probably isn't enough. So it just kind of depends on the market dynamics and, like, those negotiations and whether, you know, they are interested in expiring contracts or trying to take a swing on upside, or, you know, it's like, it just kind of depends on, but, like, for me, that's kind of the level of interest. And, like, I would want to try to get some protections on those picks because of the health concerns. I probably would not want to give up my pick this year because whether the Bulls make the playoffs or not, like, this is a very good draft, and I think next year's is not so good. So, like, they should still be, you know, whether he's playing or not, like, they should still try to retain that so they can keep building out their team. Because even if they do have Zion and he just replaces Patrick and Io, it's like, you still need to add more talent to that team. You still need to figure out a center long term. You still need to figure out all these things. You don't want to, like, completely deplete your asset pool.
RW making a good point in the chat saying AK doesn't like picks, so I'm sure he'd throw the kitchen sink for Zion. That's
fair
like,
point.
And the funny thing is, like, we were talking about that Eversley quote that Callie included in his write-up over the weekend, talking about this front office's vision of, like, we're not going to skip steps, right? When you skip steps, you kind of build expectations, and then that's when things go kind of sideways. And they made some bold swings, starting with the midseason Vooch trade, and then the bonanza in the summer of 21. Lonzo, then Caruso, then DeMar out of nowhere. Bam, bam, bam. Aggressive swings.
Yeah. And
they crapped out as a 6 seed. They lost in 5 in the first round. And now they're like, okay, now we're preaching patience. We're preaching not skipping any steps. But at the same time, AK has shown time and again, he doesn't give a crap about draft picks.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a crap about accumulating draft capital to
right.
either use to draft players or to then turn around and flip in a trade to acquire ready-made NBA talent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been a minute since he's thrown a bunch of draft picks at something.
A little bit.
Like, we're preaching patience. We made a trade for Zion. Like, I could totally see it.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think that this is like the right time to do it necessarily. And I don't think that the Bulls are necessarily interested in Zion. Like, I think this is just me kind of saying this is my argument for it. But I do think, as we talked about yesterday, that this trade deadline and next offseason are the opportunities to go out and make a swing.
Yeah.
And after you've re-signed your guys, like, if you haven't made any swings, you can't. So this kind of is the chance to do it. And I do think that, like, at the end of the day, the perfect guy is not going to necessarily become available, and you just have to, like, go for what you have the opportunity to go for.
Yeah.
There it is.
We'll pause the conversation there for today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hit the like button if you haven't done it yet. Make sure you're subscribed to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Take advantage of our current and hottest CHGO diehard offer, the Tailgate tier. Sign up now. $175 value between tailgate tickets, the free shirt of your choice at just $89.99 for your first year. Also, existing diehards, you can also upgrade your fandom to the Tailgate tier to take advantage of those tailgate tickets yourself, plus another free shirt after the one you got when you first became a diehard. Follow GOAT, allchgo.com. Read his stuff there. Become a diehard so you can read all of it, including the exclusive one-on-one he had with Kevin Herter that's available now.
It's good.
Follow him, Will Gottlieb. Big day. Bow. BAWL Sports. He's got something on allchgo.com right now, too.
I do.
Basketball, music, albums. I'm Peck, Bulls _Peck. We are CHGO _Bulls. Queen of the Control. Sarah.
Before we leave, I did do a survey, or no, not a survey,
poll.
a poll.
A poll.
Excuse me. A
People
poll.
happy about the Taylors and the Kelseys and the Swifties and the Travises.
And the
Are you
Woozies.
happy that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged? We have a winner. 50% said who? 36% said yes! And then 12% said nope.
You know what? I'm glad that the no is as low of a
I am
percentage
too.
as it is.
Yeah.
Just enjoy people being happy.
Seriously. It's okay
What's
to be
what's
happy,
wrong with
guys.
that?
It's all right.
I got no problem with people answering who. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's
a
fine.
good line. But just be happy for people.
To be fair, this is vacation Peck talking right now.
They will have a live show for y'all tomorrow at 4 p.m.
We'll
Central
see.
Time and through the rest of the week. Uncle Matt's going to peace out for a while,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
EJ Rory, I'm on my way.
See, happiness. There it is.
Hugs on the dock and beers. See you, Red. Be good.
Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.